Hi, everyone. This is Jose Palomino with another episode of the Revenue Throughput Podcast. And this one's going to be a little bit different, a little shorter. Just trying to get at some thoughts here as we come to the end of 2021. And so we're at the end of 2021. And for many of us, it really feels like the last 2 years has been the year. You know what I mean? Like in business, we always think about fiscal year and the 12 months leading up to it. And of course, you're doing that financially, and that's how you track things. But it's kind of felt like this has been one long year, 730-day year, dating back from, I guess, February, March of 2020 to today. And so here we are, and the world has been shook. A lot has happened in that period of time, and it's affected everyone everywhere. I mean, just clearly, no one has escaped the touch of what's been happening. And again, not getting into the details of what could have, should have, and so on, because I think there'll be books written on that much more insightful than anything I could come up with here for this moment, other than this thought. First of all, these last 2 years have been very personal. I'm sure many of you, like me, have suffered personal losses in the last 2 years. And we've seen how close to home this all really came. And so sometimes we see natural disasters that are somewhere else. And this was a natural disaster that affected the entire planet. Again, not getting into root causes or anything like that, just saying this is what we experienced. It was really like a natural disaster, like a hurricane hit, and it affected all of us. And for those of you who've been running small businesses, who've been looking to hire people, who've been looking to stay, to have your supply chains reconfigured, rethought, and maybe you're somebody else's critical link in a supply chain for their products, this has been a time of rethinking a lot of assumptions. And so we come through these 2 years, and here we are at this season. And so first of all, I just want to say heartfelt, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holiday. I hope this is a time where you can take a beat, take a moment, and actually spend some time with family, spend some time looking back. And yes, it's been challenging, and maybe some of those challenges have been hard, and some have been really personal. And yet, there are probably many little points in time that you could be thankful. Perhaps you've had a team that stuck with you through the hard times. You've had family that stuck with you. You were able to get some necessary funding to stay in business, or you were able to stay healthy. And that's not a small accomplishment in the last 2 years. It's not anything to take for granted. And so I would just say one of the best things to do in a moment like this, and the holidays kind of prompt us to it, and I know it affects everybody a little differently, but try to look back and be thankful for the blessings that have come your way, the things you can be thankful for. Now, if you suffered losses, you say, well, gee, Jose, how do I manage that? And I know for me, what I do is I look back at the people I cared about that aren't here with me now. And I look back on them and how positive an impact they had on my life. And I'm thankful for that. Thankful for having been able to share life together with that person during that period of time. And perhaps that can help you in some way think back and put it in context. Again, not trying to be Pollyanna or say this is the answer, just what I've done. And then we look forward. And this is really important, especially if you are in business, if you're a business owner, where people are looking to you to make payroll, looking to you for their livelihood, looking to you in some cases for the full manifestation of their professional gifting and abilities and talents and so on. So what you do is important. And so as you look at 2022, I'm going to just challenge you to look at it with optimism. And I know there's not a lot of that. There's not a whole bunch of optimism right now. Some of us are still wrestling with just the last 2 years and the impacts it had on our families, our businesses, our communities, and so on. But we have to look with optimism. You know why? Because really, that's the only way forward, is looking at things, not again with rose-colored glasses, no, not at all, but looking at things for the possibilities. If you started your firm 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and you're here, so that's something to be optimistic about. You're still in business. That's not a small feat in this day and age and in this particular time in history. So look forward with optimism. Know the possibilities are there for you to make an even better future. And I do believe the future's so bright, we got to wear shades if we look at things right and we work the opportunities. So there's opportunities in front of you. You say, well, the supply chains are constrained. Yes. And if you can figure out some part of that for your customers, you will be a go-to supplier. Say, well, I can't hire people. So, well, think about maybe this is a time to rethink about the culture, the environment you have in your business to make your place a more desirable place to work. It's not just about giving people that extra $1 or $2 or $5 an hour, which may be what you need to do at some point to just be able to get people's attention. But what you really want is to have a workplace that people want to be there, that tell their good friends, people they care about, you should come work here, and create a flow of people who want to be part of your organization and want to stay there and continue contributing. So there's so many opportunities here for you to be more successful going forward as you create success for other people, create value for your customers, create value for your employees, create value for your community. You will definitely create value for yourself. But most of all, as we come to thinking about this specific time of year, definitely take a moment, hold those that are still with you dearly to your hearts, and be thankful for them and enjoy them in your life. And with that, again, I just wish you a Merry Christmas, God bless to all, and to a better and even more prosperous 2022. Take care. Hey, thanks for listening to another episode of the Revenue Throughput Podcast. If you like this episode and if you like the series, make sure you subscribe below. And also, if you liked it, please do review it. When people are looking for something exciting to listen to, especially the kind of content we're bringing, which is practical insights for B2B companies, this is a place and a free resource that they can take advantage of. Let them know about it with your review. So subscribe, review, enjoy. Thanks again.